Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the Daily High with your host, Matt McGregor and Tone Vage. Good morning, Tone. How are you, mate?
Morning, morning. I'm good. I'm good. I am off to Colombia in about an hour and a half. So let's get the show on the road.
Sure. Are we fully blown long yet, Tone? Yes or no?
No.
No.
Uh no, and the short-term chart today is not looking good. We're still in a bullish trends. Look, honestly, I just want us to make it into next week, still in the 90s. I want to see 98, 99 on Monday with Trump's inauguration coming in. And Monday is also a holiday for the stock market. It's MLK, Martin Luther King Jr. Day. So I just want to see Bitcoin still stuck in the 90s. That's what I want. Doesn't mean that's what I'm going to get. And that allows me to have a really proper, safe, calm trade. 100% long Bitcoin Monday, Tuesday. For me, it will be Tuesday because of the holiday. Trump would be inaugurated. And I don't think he's going to sign anything on day one or day 21 or day 201. If you're lucky, he'll sign something. I want to say on day 2000, but I don't think a president lasts 2000 days. So it's 365 times four. So maybe on day 901, he might sign something like in his third year. But I think people are going to be grossly disappointed with this Trump administration. Like very, very disappointed. Like in every facet of his presidency.
Talking to a friend earlier today who's a pretty hardcore, political pundit. And I think that the change has already been felt by this new administration. I'm seeing like Nissan just made an announcement that they're doing no more, they will no longer support Gay Pride Month and whatnot on their thing. I think that, you'll start to see some movement, and I already feel it. But hey, we have to survive a zombie apocalypse and alien attacks prior to that.
I know, but look. At the end of the day, whether there is or isn't a Gay Pride Month is not life altering, right? We're talking about major stuff, and I don't see any like major change in the positive direction. But we'll see. Trump can prove me wrong.
I got no problem with gays. I just don't like government mandates. That's where I stand. All right, let's have a look. Let's have a look at the daily chart. This line for me is interesting, and there's a comment like in every single show like TA is bullshit. Then why does that line exist? Do you know like why does this line exist if TA is bullshit? And I think that this is very, very interesting. I think that there's still a chance that this fails, guys. Do you know, like, and I know we're rounding right now for a bullish cross on the daily time frame on Alpha metrics when the 7 crosses to 30. Sure. If we came down throughout the day and we have if we rally from here, crossing this line that I've drawn in at let's just almost call it $100,000. I'll be I'll be pretty bullish, and if I'm awake, probably long, to be honest. But I can definitely see us coming back down and retesting the 50, the 30, and the 7. That's highly probable as well. But once you get down to there, does it have the strength to maintain and not continue its put in a lower low here? I don't know. I don't know. So I'm still out of the market. I'm still in no trade in my trading account. Still haven't touched any of the long-term Bitcoin. So I mean, ultimately, I want it to rally. I want every day to be at $10 million. But just looking at it now, I'm still not there. Still not convinced. And maybe I'm sticking to my guns too much. But the 4 hour, and as we've clicked down, I think it's the same jazz. Remember, this is all red wave. It's just a weird thing in the thing. I'm going to fix it up. It's still red wave, getting above, the moving averages, touching on that line, closing below the 7. Can we make our way back down to the 30s? Yeah, totally we can. But I feel the same way on this chart as I did on the daily. We start to break above those local highs there at 150, 100,500. Yeah, it really does look like it wants to run on from there. But I'm still not touching it with a 10-foot pole at this point. Look, I don't have much else for you today. Let's have a look at the 12-hour, see if there's anything there. Look, I think that's the crux of my analysis, which is very small. in the hindsight, I mean, in retrospect, there's not much to say for me. It's this, it's this, it's this, it's this. That's all I'm looking at, and nothing else to see if we can rally above that, put in all new all-time highs. Fine, let's go. Let's have it, but I'm not there yet. Tone, I'm throwing it back to you. I didn't have much to say today, but I think that's all I need to look at right now. Please like and subscribe. Please share it with your friends. We've had excellent trades on BangBox, and I can't wait to bring out the new website, which is going to be here so soon. We've got 3 new bots already built that are going to be fantastic. Guys, links in the description below. Tone, we're in a hurry today. Take it away, mate. You see in the same channel. There it is. Bang.
Look, I have the same exact line, and I was talking about this line yesterday. This is a very critical area of resistance. Remember, we broke 2 areas of resistance, but we have 2 more. We have this declining trend line that has now showed up, and we have to break the prior swing high. Now, I don't necessarily need us to break this prior swing high. I just need us to consolidate in this area. We also need the moving averages to cross over. These were the 2 things I discussed in detail yesterday on with Mark Wood, where in order for me to be bullish, I just need 2 things, 2 things that are left. We have this, you can either treat this as a horizontal line or a downward sloping trend line. Either one is okay with me, but you still need the moving averages to cross, and you want to make sure that the price holds above both of these moving averages. We're almost there, and we can set up beautifully for a bullish trade next week as we break 100K next week, making a weekly green star candle by breaking this week's high. And that would be enough. And that would set me up for a very confident trade into the 120 area. You know, inauguration, people thinking he's going to sign some kind of an epic.
Go and check your mic. Yep, check your mic.
Mic check.
Mic, no. As soon as you leaned forward, it cut out.
Oh, it cut out completely.
I can hear you. It's just really inaudible.
All right, mic check.
Yeah, it's a little quiet, but I think it's there. No.
I turned it back. I turned it to my computer mic.
Perfect. We got nothing, mate. Try again.
Nothing. Try again, mic check.
Yep, loud and clear.
Okay. So I want to be set up for a nice move from the 105 area all the way up to, the 120s. And we'll see how that goes. But that can only happen next week with a green star candle on the weekly scale. As far as the daily is concerned and anything sub-daily, I am looking for a pullback here down into the moving average zone tomorrow, Saturday, going into the weekend, and then hopefully bounce off of that support zone. So this is what I would like to see and what I'm prepping in order to enter my proper trades. And then hopefully we're breaking this week's highs, sometime on Tuesday or Wednesday. And that would set me up for a perfect bullish trade. On a short-term look, so yesterday, when we were doing the show, we were approaching the 10 a.m. reversal. The 10 a.m. reversal was this candle right here. This is the 10 a.m. 10-minute candle yesterday. I was looking for a pullback off of that candle. And you saw how that worked out. It slightly made a higher high. It then eventually pulled back. The other thing that I briefly said yesterday, and in real time, it looked something like this, coming off the 10 a.m. And I said, I am looking for this low to be breached. Did it get breached? Technically, yes. Realistically, no. I expected it to be breached by more than $3. But as we extend this line that I drew yesterday, before this low even came in at 1 p.m. Eastern time. As we extend this line, look what happens.
Mm.
And we were almost at that line this morning. The market hasn't opened yet. And to me, this is a very, very bearish short-term look. Where is potential support? Right here. Somewhere, you know what, let me draw it as a box. Yeah. That's your support. And it would be absolutely perfect if Bitcoin came down into the zone between today and tomorrow. Bro, you know.
Draw a
Coming down
line,
into the,
draw a line on the top side of the price where this is going to be null and void. Because that's where people get upset, where you're like, you draw this box in, and then you see in the comment section, oh, Tone said it's going to that box, and it didn't. Because every thing we look at has a coin flip, an upside and a downside, right? Like we get above whatever that yellow line is there, the 50 or whatever it is on this 10-minute chart, and this is kind of null and void, right?
this box becomes null and void with a sustained break of the prior swing high,
Right.
which was at just under 100.
In 24 hours, that can make a big difference, and you could change your mind. So I'll just throw that out there.
And in 30 minutes, it can make a big difference when the
Right.
market opens and I can change my mind, right?
Right.
Like it's welcome to trading, folks. So as of right now, as of this particular second of this particular day, I am looking for a break of this support and hopefully finding support in this box at 97.5. Now, what happens at 97.5? This moving average is at exactly 97.5. This purple moving average is coming up.
I had 3 moving averages right there, pretty much in that zone.
Yeah. That's the perfect zone. That's your dip zone. And honestly, the slower it gets there, the better. Because the slower it gets there, the more time it gives for the 20 period to catch up to the 50 period. And the 128 day keeps on, you know, rocking up to where, you know, in a few weeks, our worst case scenario is going to be 85 versus 79, like it was back in early January. So these are all good signs.
Yeah, I like it.
Okay. Cycle still looking good. Oil still looks good. Gold looking great.
Yeah.
Gold's looking great. Bullish gold. There you go. And the S&P, that's 5 minutes. So this was yesterday's 10 a.m. candle. So remember when I did the 5-minute thing, I was looking to short. Let me tell you what in hindsight is always 2020. But this short trade I would have done, and the short trade would have failed, and I would have been out break even or with a tiny, tiny profit. Like tiny profit, maybe not for a proper steakhouse, but I don't know, something somewhere in between that and McDonald's, right? That would have been my profit for the day. And then I would have been looking for an 11 a.m. reversal, but the reversal came at 10:20. I don't like the 10:20 reversals. So that means I'm not shorting this 10:20 candle. But where I would consider shorting is this red star candle, but not because it's a red star. It's because it's back to where I initially tried to take the short on 10 a.m., but now it has more momentum because it's the same concept of a trade. So somewhere over here, I am once again interested in this short possibility. And if I missed it, I'm even more interested on this breakdown of this consolidation. This is using 5-minute candles. Personally, I prefer 10-minute candles. And on a 10-minute look, it's even cleaner. On a 10-minute look at this consolidation with a clear downward bias. You get this one last 10 minutes to tell you, hey, the 10-minute MRIs, I pay attention to a little bit more than the 5-minute ones, but it's still not my primary. But yeah, this consolidation, this breakdown, certainly shortable. And a nice reversal candle on the 10 minutes, and up we go. So how are we looking now? Well, unfortunately, we're not streaming at market open. This is my absolute no trade zone. Um, if someone said, Tone, what is the time period where your computer needs to be locked, where you don't actually have the ability to trade at all? That period would be from 8 in the morning to 9:45. 8 in the morning to 9:45 a.m. is my no trade zone. The amount of money I have lost in my life trading the 8 a.m. to 9:45 zone is unreal. Like my entire trading career was spent recovering the losses from that time period until I stopped trading that time period. That's where my trading finally became profitable, and probably would have held on to a lot of my hair. So if you are a futures trader, if you are a trader in traditional markets, even Bitcoin markets, because they're so correlated to the stock market, the moment you stop trading the 8 a.m. to the 9:45 time period, the better your life will be, and I can promise you.
Well, I mean, for Bitcoin, it's clear to me that like in Tokyo here, it's 9 a.m., 9 p.m. That same rules apply. But it's when the daily and 12-hour candle open and closes. That's the time. Every 12 hours, it does the same thing. Very, very wicky in that period. Often head fakes as well.
All right, guys. And on this note, I am pretty much done. Keep in mind, Max Payne is still at 54. I still think it's going to slightly move up by the end of market close, but it doesn't have to by the end of close day tomorrow. But even if it doesn't, this indicates Wall Street has an incentive to push the price of Bitcoin down into end of day Friday. That gives me a little extra bearish bias going into Friday's close. This is also the monthly option close, which is a lot more important than the next two or the next 3 Fridays. So keep that in mind as well. Max Payne and the ETFs, Fidelity bought a shit ton, BlackRock almost none. There's certainly a disconnect, and a lot of these numbers on a delay. Fidelity is now clearly above grayscale. It will not be going back. I don't know what idiots are buying GBTC and not BTC and grayscale mini. One of them charges you 0.15% fee and the other one 1.5% fee. This is why the general public that trades are considered unsophisticated investors, because you have to be a complete fool to purchase something that charges you 1.5% versus the exact same thing from the same company that charges you 0.15%. I mean, I can't explain it, but this is why the majority of people trading are just dumb. And yeah, and ETFs had a very positive day. I think today is going to be a positive day no matter what Bitcoin does. It's making up for Tuesday and Wednesday with the big rises. All right, guys. Thank you all for watching. Matt, close us out.
Yeah, thanks, guys. Have a fantastic day. Friday tomorrow, so hopefully we'll have some directional confirmation on the price.